Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be interesting. So there's a YouTuber I follow, Paige Corin, and she did a video of how much she spent at Sephora in 2020. I thought that would be a fun video to do. Definitely interesting to see, but also it's a way that I can tell you guys some of my favorites throughout the year. Originally I was gonna do like a best of 2020 makeup products that released, but this video basically covers it because anything that I loved I would have purchased. Now I do work at Sephora. I am an employee, so I thought it would be kind of interesting to see as an employee how much I spend, considering I work there and I'm around makeup every day and around people who love makeup and influence me to buy makeup, so definitely plays a part in some of the purchases that I have. Now, the way that I'm going to be doing this is I'm going to go through, tell you guys each item that I purchased throughout the year, give you a quick little review on it, whether I liked it or not, and then at the very end I'm going to calculate how much I actually spent through the year. Now, I am an employee, so I do get a discount. I'm not going to be like disclosing what the discount is, but I will be taking that into account when I actually calculate how much I spent, so it'll be including tax, and I'm also going to include any gifts that I bought throughout the year. I do buy gifts for people from Sephora, so it is money that I did technically spend. I'm going to include it as well. I'm just not going to include it in like the review, so that will be in the total price. But yeah, this is going to be a long video because I do have a lot that I have purchased this year, so we're going to get right into it. If you are new here, please make sure you subscribe to my channel and also give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and we're just gonna get into it. My first purchase was January 2nd. I bought the Sephora collection rose gold mask. Honestly, don't remember that at all. The Tarte Sea Surfer Curl Volumizing Mascara. I do actually really like this mascara. It does give nice volume and length without like being clumpy. I bought the Benefit Roller Liner. I also really like this liner for a felt tip. It was really nice. It's a matte black, which I love. Really easy to use. The Benefit Porefessional is the hydrating version. It's okay. I do like it better than the original Porefessional because it doesn't have that like powdery finish, but it's just another blurring primer to me. I have so many that kind of do the same thing, so it's not one that I consistently reach back for now that I own it. I also purchased the Sephora Hydrating Lip Mask. I actually really love these. They're really nice. The Sephora Hair Sleeping Mask. Also really love these. It really deep conditions the hair, but I love that it comes with a cap so that you can put it in and like leave it in overnight. Otherwise, when I do that, I use like a plastic bag and I just look kind of ridiculous. The Sephora Foot Mask, also really good. The Moroccan Oil Colored Depositing Mask. Personally, I don't like this. It didn't do anything for me. I actually did return it. Like, my hair is very light, so definitely a color depositing mask. This was the platinum one. Would have left like a cooler tone, and it does say it's for light to medium blonde hair, and it did not do a single thing for me. Like, I used it, I left it in for half an hour, tried it again, left it in for like way longer, and literally nothing. So did not like that. And the last thing I purchased on that day was the Sephora Bright Future Gel Serum. I do really like this if you're looking for a nice lightweight and medium coverage concealer. And then on January 3rd, I bought a mini of the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Under Eye Concealer. I bought a mini because I was kind of like, I don't think I'm going to like this, but I really just wanted to try it out because so many people seem to like it. This was the worst concealer that I honestly had ever tried. I despise it. If you are someone that has zero fine lines on your under eyes, like very smooth, I think this would be fine because it's really nice and hydrating. But if you have fine lines, be aware because it says it's creaseless. That is far from the truth, at least for me. It creased like crazy, like worse than any concealer I've ever used, and I even set it with lots of powder and it continued to crease all throughout the day and it was horrible. So I quickly threw that one away. I also purchased the Huda Beauty KLE Vanilla number 28. I love this fragrance. One of my top probably 3, I would say. If you're looking for like a very true vanilla, this is going to be the one for you. Next, on January 10th, I purchased the Too Faced Hangover Good in Bed Serum. Honestly, it was so, like, it didn't do anything amazing for me. It was just simple hydration, so not something I would necessarily repurchase or even like recommend like you have to have this or anything like that. I also purchased the Huda Beauty Tantour Contour and Bronzer Cream. I love this. This is my favorite cream bronzer. It is very pigmented, but really easy to blend out and work with. You don't have to worry about it being patchy or like removing your foundation or anything like that. Super easy to work with, but beautiful pigmentation. On February 7th, I purchased the Anastasia Amrezy eyeshadow palette. I do really love this palette. The shades are really beautiful. Anastasia shadows really never disappoint me. On February 21st, I purchased the Olaplex Hair Perfector number 3. Now, I don't think this is my first time purchasing the mask. Like, I believe I purchased it back in 2019. I absolutely love this mask. You're gonna see many times throughout this. I purchased it plenty of times. It's amazing. It really is game changing for your hair if you bleach your hair, or even if you're just really damaged hair. It is amazing. And then I also repurchased the MAC Fix Plus, again a holy grail for many years. On February 22nd, I purchased the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Deep Conditioning Mask. This was so for me. I feel like it's really hyped up, but it was just kind of like it did the job, but it wasn't like the best one I've ever tried or like outstanding or anything like that. On March 7th, I bought the Morphe Glamour Bronze Face and Body Bronzer. I do really enjoy the formula of these. They're easy to work with, blend easily, and a great price. You're getting a huge bronzer for only $26 Canadian, so really good. The only thing is the one that I bought was a little bit too light for me. I got Mastermind, and I personally like a heavier bronzer because I am pale, so I definitely could have went up a shade. And then I also got the Morphe Luminous Setting Spray, which is really nice if you're looking for something that's going to give you nice luminosity, and it's not super expensive. It's only $21. Now on March 17th, this was like the last day that we were open before we all shut down for quarantine. So I bought like just a few of essentials. I bought the Sephora Retractable Brow Pencil in medium brown, and I also bought the Brow Volumizing Fiber Mascara in midnight brown. These were new at the time, and I really like them. If you're looking for like a cheaper option than Benefit or Anastasia, I definitely recommend the Sephora collection ones. They work really just as well, and they're like half the price, so really good. And then I also bought the Way Fine Hair Conditioner because I was running low on conditioner, but funny story, I still have not even used it because I got sent a bunch of hair stuff from influencers, so I haven't needed to dive into those because I was using those to review them, so that still is unopened. Oops. Now, I didn't buy anything in April because we were closed down, but May is when I did some damage. So on May 11th, I purchased the First Aid Beauty Liquid SPF. It's not my favorite. I feel like once I apply it, it kind of leaves like a powdery feeling. Like it feels weird rubbing it in over top of like my moisturizer and stuff. I don't personally love it. Then I had the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas. Love this primer. Honestly, this is probably my favorite primer at the moment. It does a really good job of smoothing out the skin, but what I love is that it's not one that actually sinks down into the skin. It kind of stays on the top surface, so it's not like clogging your pores or anything like that, but it's still doing the job. And this is my first time also buying the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream, and this is my all-time favorite moisturizer. Does something else for me. Like when I put on my skin, instantly I just feel so plump, and it's just, I love it. Then I got the Pat McGrath Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder. This was okay for me. It feels really nice, and I had really high hopes for it, but since I've had it, I barely reach for it. I feel like you have to be careful with it because if you overuse it, it looks very dry and chalky, and also it looks quite white. I like a product that's just easy to use and I don't have to worry about anything like that, so I just end up not reaching for it. Then I got the Ordinary Salicylic Acid 2% mask. I've used this quite a few times when I first got it, and I just didn't notice anything significant, so I kind of stopped using it, to be honest. I repurchased the Sephora Brow Pencil. I also bought the Anastasia Norvina Pro Pigment Volume 4 palette when this first released, and I really like them. I have all 4 of the Pro Pigment palettes now, and honestly, they're one of my favorite palettes. The formula is just really good, and I love the bright colors in them, so this one definitely didn't disappoint me. Other than the glitter in it, I had a bad experience with when I was reviewing it. This is also my first time like getting into The Ordinary, so I did also buy the niacinamide. Now my thing with The Ordinary is it's cheap skincare. It's not gonna do a lot for you if you have a lot of skin issues to treat. Like, it is not what you want to go for, in my opinion. I've tried multiple things from The Ordinary and seen little to no results from almost all of them. I also repurchased the Laneige Lip Glowy Balm, which you guys already know I do really love this product. I got the Sephora Hold It Together Alligator Jaw Clip. Honestly, they're really good clips for the price. They've held up really well and they have a nice grip to them. I bought the Pharmacy Green Clean Makeup Removing Balm. Really good balm as well. I mean, this has been around everywhere. Everyone has tried this and used this, and it is really good. Repurchase of the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, which is another one of my favorites. On May 13th, I bought the Pat McGrath Sublime Perfection Concealer. Again, had really high hopes for this, but it's a concealer that I hardly reach for. I don't know, I feel like it's just a little overhyped because I didn't see anything amazing with it. Therefore, it just kind of didn't get used very much. I repurchased the Kapari Coconut Rose Toner. I do like this as just a nice refresher in the morning, and it smells really nice. This is also when Fenty's cream products came out. So I bought one of the cream blushes on the 13th, and I bought the shade Cool Berry. I do like the blushes. They're lighter in pigment, but I find that usually is a good thing with creams because I find it can be very easy to go overboard. So I'd rather have it not super pigmented rather than too pigmented, if that makes sense. But I do like them. They give a nice dewy look to the face and they wear really well. And then May 15th, I bought the Moroccan Moisture Repair Shampoo. I started running out of shampoo. Still have not used it. Also purchased the Carolina Herrera Good Girl perfume. I'm so glad I did because this is one of my favorites as well. It is amazing and the packaging is really cute. Then I got the Laneige Glowy Makeup Serum. I haven't used it a whole ton. It is nice, but it is pretty simple. It's just a serum. I don't really notice any instant results with it or anything like that. But if I am feeling like my skin's like extra dehydrated and the products aren't really sitting very good on it, like then I can go in with that before just to give an extra boost to it. And then I purchased the Hourglass Veil Setting Spray. I actually really like this. I am using this today. It gives a really nice blurred effect to the face, but you have to be careful because if you use too much, it gets on the verge of being greasy. So just enough and it gives a really nice blurred look. Everything just melts really well together. So I do really like that. I got the Ulla Henriksen Pre-Makeup Baby Set. So this came with 4 products. I really wanted it for the Glow 2.0 Dark Spot Toner, and I ended up really liking that. The only other standout product in that kit for me was the eye cream. I really enjoy it. I like it because not only is it hydrating, but you do see instant results with it because it instantly is brightening your under eyes and getting rid of darkness. So that is a product I would definitely buy the full size of. I got the Wishful Mini Yo Glow Facial Enzyme. This is Huda Beauty's skincare line, and this was okay for me. I feel like I don't really grab it a lot. I have other types of exfoliators that I prefer over this one. I repurchased my Velour Lash Glue, which is my personal favorite lash glue. Then I purchased the First Aid Beauty Fab Pharma Arnica Relief and Rescue Mask. This is a really nice mask if your skin is like really stressed, if it's really irritated, red, anything like that. It's just a nice calming mask, and I definitely feel when I use this, my skin instantly feels very soothed. Then I bought the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Strengthening Treatment Oil. This was for me. Like, I don't know, it was one of those oils that like, it doesn't make your hair feel like hydrated right away. So it's hard to say whether it's actually doing anything because it's supposed to strengthen, but like how are you supposed to test that out? So I don't know, for me it was like not something I'd probably rebuy. Honestly, the one I really like is from Verb. It's the Ghost Oil, because when I put that in my hair, I can instantly feel my hair is so much more smooth, and I like that I can feel that. So that's the one I would be going back to. Last thing I purchased on that day was the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Super Coverage Concealer. Honestly, I got this because I had a sample of it that I really liked, but once I actually got it in person, I don't know if the formula changed since I had the sample, but I didn't really like it. It felt a lot more liquidy and not as full coverage. And then on May 22nd, I purchased the Kosas The Sun Show Moisturizing Bronzer. If you guys were watching YouTube around that time, like when the sales were happening, this was in everybody's haul and wish list. Like, I don't know why everybody was raving about this so much, but I definitely fell on the bandwagon with this one. And it's not my favorite. It's a very so-so bronzer. I find it's almost a little bit patchy, so honestly I don't reach for it. I repurchased the Becca Sunlit Bronzer. That one I do absolutely love. This was my 3rd time rebuying it. Then I purchased the Tarte Seawater Foundation. This is a foundation that if you're just wanting something that's really lightweight and light to medium coverage, this is perfect. It has a very natural finish. It says it's full coverage, but honestly when I use it, it is not full coverage. It definitely, you can see all the imperfections through it, but it is a nice light foundation. I purchased the Anastasia Norvina false lashes in the style Dominia. I have had those before. That's my personal favorite from the line. Then I bought the Fenty Mademoiselle Plush Lipstick in the shade Thick. This was my first time trying it out, and honestly I really like the formula of them. And I got the Anastasia Luminous foundation. This is a nice like medium coverage foundation, very dewy, so if you're dry, this will definitely be more of a foundation for you. And I purchased another one of these Sephora lip masks. And the last thing I bought on that day was the Fenty Cheeks Out Cream Style bronzer in the shade Macchiato. I really like this as well. Very similar to the blush, it is lighter in pigment, so it does require a little bit more building up, but the shade is really nice. It blends really easily, wears really well. Then June 1st, I bought the Japanese Ritual for Dewy Skin, I think is what it's called, but it comes with 4 different products. The really standout one for me was the rice powder. I really like that as an exfoliator. It also has the cleansing oil. I don't like oils as much, I find the balms do a better job, like a quicker job, I guess. And I feel like with the oil I end up using more product, but it does work. The Essence I haven't tried yet, and the Dewy Skin Cream, you already know I love that one. Next, I purchased the Youth to the People Superfood Antioxidant Cleanser. This is all thanks to Hiram. This cleanser has literally been sold out for months because of him. He really recommends it. It's a very simple cleanser. It's very gentle on the skin. It is clean, so it's all good ingredients. It's not stripping at all. My skin never feels tight or like dehydrated or anything from it. But other than that, it is a pretty just simple cleanser. I also purchased the Youth to the People Super Berry Hydrate and Glow Mask. I really like this. Whenever I feel like my skin is extra dehydrated and my moisturizer just isn't doing enough. Also, my dog is playing with her toy, so if she's loud, ignore it. But if I feel like my moisturizer just isn't doing enough, like getting the job done, I'll use this, and the next morning my skin is much more plump and hydrated. Then I purchased the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. I was so late to the game with this, and this is one of my favorite products that I've discovered this year. It is amazing for literally everything. I use it to spot conceal under eyes, prime my lids, carve out my brows, carve out your lips, like everything. It is amazing for it, so I live by this concealer now. I also purchased the Patrick Ta Monochromatic Blush in She's Passionate. It's just a blush. It's nothing amazing, but it's not bad either. It's just a blush. Then I purchased the Velour Lash and Go Liner and Lash Adhesive. This is amazing. You're gonna see I buy this many times throughout the rest of the year, but it is so good. Since I bought this, I have not used regular lash glue. You just do like a line with it and your lash sticks right to it. It's amazing. If you guys want me to do like a video demonstrating it, I definitely can. It is such an innovative product and it's so amazing to me. Next, I bought the Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid. Honestly, for $6.80, it's not bad. It's just a simple, like all it is hyaluronic acid. It's just very simple hydrating serum. It's nothing amazing, but it's not bad either. So if you're looking for something cheap and just gonna give you some hydration, this is nice. Next, I bought these Sephora Glow Peel Pads. These are nice as well. I bought them instead of the First Aid Beauty ones, and I would say they work pretty much just as well. They're just a quick exfoliator before I put on like makeup if my skin is needing it. I bought these Shiseido facial cottons. You know, I was hesitant when I first bought them because I was like, like they're just cotton pads, but they really are good. They're just very soft on the skin and very gentle, and they don't shed at all, which I really like. Next is the Fenty Face Shaping Brush 125. This is the best cream bronzer brush I've ever used. It is perfect. It's not too dense, but like not too soft either, and it doesn't disrupt the foundation or anything when I'm blending it. So I really love this brush and definitely recommend it. I bought a couple eye masks. So I got the Pearl, the Pomegranate, and the Cucumber. The Sephora like sheet mask in general, I love all of them, no complaints. And the last thing I bought was the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Matte Bronzer. This is my favorite bronzer of this year. I can't put it down. It's really good. It is a more expensive, but it is refillable, which is nice. And I just find the formula is incredible, very smoothing, and really does give you like that airbrush effect. And then I also bought the Olaplex No. 3 Hair Perfector, but this was the like limited edition large size. And then on June 4th, I purchased the Amika Soul Food Nourishing Hair Mask. I honestly prefer this one over the Briochio. This one leaves my hair feeling so incredibly soft. Like, I love it. And I also purchased the Airbrush Flawless Finishing Setting Powder from Charlotte Tilbury, the pressed one, because everybody raves about it, so I was like, I need to try it, and it is really good. It lives up to the hype for sure. On June 4th, I purchased another one of the Fenty Cheeks Out cream blushes. This was a shade that I was really wanting, and I was just waiting for it to come back in stock. It's the shade Petal Poppin'. And then on June 5th, I bought the full size of the Ole Henriksen Glow 2.0 Dark Spot Toner. I also bought the Sephora Favorites Mini Hydration Kit. This came with a bunch of different products in it, but really the standout one was the makeup eraser. It's honestly incredible. Like I don't understand how it does it, but it really is amazing. And on June 8th, I purchased the Moroccan Luminous Hairspray. I really like this hairspray. I mean, hairspray is just hairspray for me. It does the job. It definitely holds it throughout the day. If you use too much, it does get crunchy, but usually I'll spray it and then I'll just kind of like run my fingers through it, so it kind of gets rid of a little bit of it. So definitely good. On June 11th, I bought the Guerlain Rouge G Customizable Lipstick. Bought the shade N05, and then I also bought the Quartz Illusion case to go on it. The lipstick's nice, definitely expensive. I really only bought it for the case. I know that's really bad, but I did. And then I purchased the Morphe M514 Detail Round Brush. I like Morphe brushes. They're inexpensive and they do the job for me. On June 15th, I purchased the Fresh Rose Petal Soft Deep Hydration Lip Mask. I really like this mask. It's definitely up there with my Laneige one. I would say it's just under it. This one I usually will use in the morning when I'm getting ready, and then I use the Laneige one at night. And I purchased the Pat McGrath Mothership 8 Artistry Palette. Now that I've had it for a few months, I wouldn't say I regret buying it, but I definitely don't think they're worth the price. The matte shades are really nice because they really do like blur out your eyelid. Other than that though, the shades are just, you know, it's just eyeshadow. It's a really high price tag for it, and I wouldn't say that it is honestly worth it. I'm pretty guilty to say that I don't use it that much. I really just wanted to own one as a collector because it's a very luxury palette, and I did want to try out the formula, but I don't think I would probably buy another full-size palette from Pat McGrath. I did also purchase the lip liner in the shade Buff and the Matte Trance lipstick in the shade Christy, which is what I'm wearing today. I do really like the lipsticks. That's something that I would probably rebuy because it gives a very soft matte look, but they're so pigmented, like really, really pigmented. So those are really good. And then I also purchased the Huda Beauty Legit Lashes mascara. I've definitely been in like a mascara hunt this year, trying to find my perfect mascara. This one was so for me. Like, I feel like I liked the volume side more than the lengthening side, but it was just kind of like, I don't know, I never felt like I really absolutely loved the way that my lashes looked when using it. On June 26th, I purchased the Dermalogica Blackhead Clearing Fizz Mask. I bought into the hype for this one because I saw a YouTuber do a video on it and she like raved about it, and so I was like, I need that because I have blackheads, and it didn't do anything for me, so that's unfortunate. On July 1st, I purchased the Sephora Pro Face Palette in the shade Light. I really love this palette. The formula of everything in it is really good. I also purchased the Pro Concealer Brush, which I like as well. I use that with the NARS concealer. Then I got the Anastasia Norvina Pro Pigment Volume 2 palette. This is like all of the blues. That completed my collection of the palettes. And then on July 2nd, I bought 2 of the Jack Black Therapy lip balms. I bought one for me and one for my boyfriend. They're not my favorite lip balm. I know he likes them. It's not my favorite. They're just a little bit thick and heavy on the lips. Like, they're not as smooth as I would like them to be. On July 10th, I bought the Dior Forever concealer. I'm obsessed with this concealer. This is now my all-time favorite concealer. Anytime I'm doing like my actual full face, I'm always using that concealer. It's so lightweight, but it's really hydrating and really good coverage. And then I also bought the Dior Poison Girl perfume. On August 7th, I repurchased the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. I was starting to run low because that's how much I love that concealer, so I bought it back up. And then I also bought a mini of the NARS Climax mascara because this is a mascara I haven't tried in years, so I wanted to give it another go, and I did not really enjoy it that much. I found the brush was just too thick for my lashes. August 22nd, I purchased the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. Started to get a little bit oily, so I was looking at more like matte foundations. This one's nice. It's like a medium coverage. And then on the 23rd, I bought the Huda Beauty Full Filter foundation. I've had this one years ago and it was one of my holy grails, but obviously my taste has changed over the years. I don't like quite as full coverage foundations, but I was like, you know what, I haven't tried it in so long, let's rebuy it, so I did. On August 25th, I bought the YSL Libre perfume. Again, another one of my favorites. It's on like the spicier side of my fragrances, but it is really nice. On September 3rd, I bought the Ordinary Multi-Peptide Serum. This is supposed to help with your hair density, making your hair look thicker, but honestly I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know why I didn't really realize it was gonna be like oily in a way, but I hate putting this on my hair because my hair is already so oily, so putting this on, it just looks so disgusting and I just couldn't get into it, so I honestly used it like maybe twice. Oops. Then I purchased the Huda Beauty Life Liner. I really wanted to try this because when this first came out, everyone was saying like this is the most waterproof and like long lasting liner ever. The liquid liner was good, except it got very like thick and clumpy very fast. And then the pencil liner, it's just a pencil liner. It's good, it's not bad, I wouldn't rebuy it. On September 4th, I purchased one of the Pat McGrath single shadows in the shade Rose Venus. It's okay. I think I was trying to tell myself that the Pat McGrath palette was so good because I felt so guilty for the price, but I really just didn't like the formula of these. It is what it is. September 4th, I bought the Gucci Guilty Pour Femme fragrance. I really like this one as well. On September 19th, I bought the Ordinary Lactic Acid. I've used this a handful of times and just didn't notice anything, so I just really kind of stopped using it. And then I purchased the IT Cosmetics It's Your Skin But Better setting spray. I actually really like this one. It's really nice on the skin. I bought the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Makeup Cleansing Balm. Works just as well as the pharmacy, but you do get more in the pharmacy than this one, so I definitely would rebuy that over the IT Cosmetics. And then I purchased the Peter Thomas Roth Acne System. I really like this. It came with like the cleanser, an acne treatment, a serum, and the acne pads. And I found the acne pads and the acne clearing gel worked the best out of the system. But I did like that kit really did help my skin. On September 25th, I bought the Nest Sunkissed Hibiscus fragrance. I love this one. I mean, obviously I love it. I bought it. And then I bought the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. I just haven't tried this in years, so I wanted to give it another go. Honestly, I haven't used it yet because I've been using other mascaras. I repurchased the Benefit Gimme Brow. This is like my favorite brow gel because it actually adds fibers to your brows instead of just coating them, so it does help them appear thicker. And then I bought the Benefit Brow Microfilling Eyebrow Pen. For me, this was a flop. I feel like one, the shades are not dark enough. They only have 4 shades and even the darkest shade is just still is a little light. And I also find that I could not get it to be pigmented enough and still have that microbladed effect. If I put too much pressure, it all just kind of becomes one instead of like separate lines. But if I don't put enough pressure, there's just like no color there. So for me, it was a fail. On September 29th, I purchased the Tatcha Rice Wash. I love this cleanser. This is my favorite cleanser. It's a cleanser and exfoliator in one. It is very gentle on the skin, non-stripping, leaves my skin hydrated, clean, and smooth, so I love it. On October 2nd, I bought a lot of Tarte stuff. So I got the Tarte Wink of H2O Vegan Collagen Eye Cream. I honestly like this. It's pretty simple. It's just simple hydration, but I like that it's a little bit thicker, so I feel it's just creamier on the under eyes. I bought the Tarteist Double Take Eyeliner. Also really like this one. I prefer this one over the Huda version. Then I got the Tarte Sketch and Set Brow Pencil. This is okay for me. The brow pencil is very basic, not as pigmented as other ones I've tried in my opinion. The brow gel is pretty heavy duty for being a tinted brow gel. Once I put that on, like, my brows stay in place, so that is nice. I repurchased the Tarte Sequence Lip Rescue Balm. I love this lip balm. Really hydrating, gives a soft tint to the lips. The Tarte C Mini Hydro Sealer. I got the mini after my last experience. I was like, I'm not buying a full size, but I haven't tried this yet. And then I purchased the Tarte C Jelly Glaze Anytime Lip Set. This was one of their holiday sets. I gifted out a few of them and then I kept one of them for myself. I got the Tarte Save, Share, and Surprise Mascara Set. So I kept the Surfer Curl and the Big Eagle for myself. I've tried both of those and I do like both of them. And then I gifted the Tarte one to my friend. I repurchased the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. I also got the Tarte Miracle Maracuja Miracle Mist setting spray. Very basic setting spray, like I didn't really notice anything special or different with it. The Sephora Lip Last Matte Lipstick. These are really nice. They're very, very pigmented, like reminded me a lot of the Pat McGrath ones, but much more affordable. I bought some Lily lashes and Sephora collection, so they're the Big Day Lash and Rome. And then I got some Sephora Level Setter razors, the Tarte Knockout Tingle Treatment. I haven't opened this up yet because I've been finishing my other toner. The Sephora Hotline Brush Tip Liquid Liner. Also haven't opened this up yet because I've been finishing another one. And then the last thing I bought on that day was the Tarte Blush Authority set. Again, another holiday set from them, and I do really like them. I like that they're in smaller little palettes rather than the large palettes they usually come out with. And the formula, really, really good as always. On October 4th, I bought the Lily Lashes in Miami Light, which are actually the ones I'm wearing today. I really love them. And also the Sephora Collection Pumpkin Hand Balm. On October 22nd, I purchased the Fresh Kombucha Antioxidant Facial Essence, whatever you want to call that. And then on the 23rd of October, I repurchased the Velour Liner and Lash Glue. And then on November 1st is when I did my big shopping haul. So I'm going to go through this quick. We have the Bite Beauty Yay Sayer Plumping Lip Gloss. Really nice if you're looking for like a clean plumping gloss. It uses like cinnamon extract or something in it. Love the color of the Guava Puff one. Sol de Janeiro Splashy Celebration Set. I got this mainly for the shampoo and conditioner, and honestly haven't opened it and used it yet. The Fenty Pro Filter Mini Instant Retouch Primer. This was a mattifying primer. It helps a little bit. It wasn't anything like spectacular for me, but it would keep me matte for longer throughout the day. Then I purchased the Huda Beauty Nude Obsessions palette. I now have all 3 of the nude ones. I personally love them. The formula is always really good on them, so I really wanted to complete that collection. I purchased the Charlotte Tilbury Mini Film Star Bronze and Glow palette. It's okay. The contour shade's a little bit light and not as cool tone as it looks in the pan, which I wish it was a little bit cooler, but I can live with that. The highlighter is nice on it. Not sure if I would ever buy the full size of it because I don't think I love it that much, but it was nice to be able to try it out. Then I bought the Too Faced Melted Matte Pumpkin Spice Liquid Lipstick. This was a really beautiful color. It was limited edition. And then I got the Makeup by Mario Master Metals palette along with their Master Metal Manipulator. I do really like this. What I really like about this is versatility of it, because I've used it for regular eyeshadows, but using the manipulator, I've turned them into liners as well. So I was able to create like a gold foil liner for one of my eyeshadow looks. It's a different formula, so I enjoy having it. Then I purchased the Murad Invisacar Resurfacing Treatment. This is to help with like acne scars from all of my breakouts, like from the mask. I haven't been super consistent with it over like December, but when I was using it, I definitely noticed like it has gone down and it's a lot lighter, which is good. Then I have the Milk Hydro Grip Setting Spray. You know what, the thing with the setting sprays is because I'm wearing the mask basically every day, I'm not using setting spray very much, so I haven't really given this one a fair shot yet. And then I bought the MAC Hydration Heroes Prep and Prime set. So basically it came with the Fix Plus and then a lip primer. I haven't tried the lip primer, but you guys already know I love the Fix Plus. And then I purchased the Pharmacy Honey Halo Ultra Hydrating Ceramide Moisturizer. Honestly, it's okay for me. Like, it's not as good as the Tatcha by any means, and also it has a weird smell to it, so it's not my favorite. Definitely not something I would rebuy. I'll definitely be going back to my Tatcha one. Next is the Smashbox Halo Healthy Glow Tinted Moisturizer. Really good tinted moisturizer, light coverage, hydrating. And then I bought the Shiseido facial cottons once again because I did really like them. I also bought the Marc Jacobs Daisy Love Oh So Sweet. I had the original Daisy Love, so I wanted the Oh So Sweet as well. I bought the Caudalie Beauty Elixir Mini. The reason I bought this was because I was told it helps to prevent breakouts if you spray it on your mask. It's an antibacteria, I don't know how they worded it, but every time that I would actually use this, like through a long day, I'd spray it on my mask at first, and usually by the end of the day I would already be like, oh, there's one forming. But every time I use this really did help to prevent them, so really, really good. Then I got the Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette in the shade Rose Gold. I love the Dior highlighters, so this one did not disappoint. And then I got the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer. Honestly, kind of disappointed by this. I don't know, it was very hyped up and I really liked the blushes, but I found the bronzer didn't do anything spectacular for me. It was just kind of like, eh, alright, it's a bronzer. I definitely am more of a fan of my Charlotte Tilbury one. Next, I bought the Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta Pore Perfector set. Honestly, I got this because it has the Alpha Beta peel pads, and I was using this pretty consistently like throughout November. I didn't notice really any differences. I haven't used up the whole thing yet, but honestly, I was just like, this was so expensive. Like, it's $115 for the kit, and I just wasn't noticing anything. But so many people really love it, so I don't know, maybe my skin's stubborn, but for me it didn't really do anything. Next, I purchased the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I do like this setting spray. I like the way that it makes my skin look, but I haven't really tested like the longevity of it. And then next is the Morphe 35XO Natural Flirt Palette, which is mostly what I'm using on my eyes today. And honestly, Morphe palettes don't really disappoint me. They're usually really good, and this one is just as good as all my other ones. And then on November 17th, I bought the full size of the Peter Thomas Roth Max Complexion Correction Pads, which are the like salicylic acid pads that help with the acne because they work really well. On November 19th, I purchased another one of the Dior Forever Skin Concealer because I'm almost out of the one I was using. And then I also bought the Miss Dior Absolutely Blooming fragrance. On November 24th, I got another backup of my Benefit Gimme Brow and another one of the Olaplex Hair Perfector No. 3 masks. So my very last purchase was December 29th. I bought yet again another one of the Velour Lash and Go liners, and then I also bought the Peace Out Salicylic Acid Acne Dots. Those were like highly raved about. I've used them a few times, and so far they haven't done anything for me. I don't know, like at least not on any of the larger ones. Like I don't know if you can tell, but like right here I have a mountain, which is so annoying, but I used that thing on it and it didn't do anything. If anything, it almost looks bigger. And once again, I've used it on 3 different fairly larger ones. Like they're not small, but it hasn't done anything for those. So I don't know, maybe it only works on the smaller ones, or I don't know, but for me it hasn't done anything so far, which is disappointing. So that is it. That is everything that I bought in 2020 at Sephora. All right, so here comes the very disappointing part. The amount that I spent. So once again, the amount that I'm telling you guys is what I paid after my discount. It's also including tax, and it's also including any gifts that I bought throughout the year for other people, because it is things that I paid for, so it, you know, it's going towards it. So my grand total was $5,567.36. That's how much I spent in 2020 at Sephora. That's pretty embarrassing. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Kind of ashamed of myself. I feel like you don't really realize how much you spend until you do something like that. So it's quite a lot. I'd like to say that I'm going to be better this year, but let's be honest, I probably won't. I mean, the thing is I love makeup. I love trying new things and testing new things. A lot of times I get videos out of it, and it also helps me do my job at Sephora better. I'm someone that in order to be able to talk about something and recommend something, I have to try it out for myself. Therefore, I'm buying new and exciting things so that when clients come into Sephora and ask me about it, I can be like, yeah, this is my thoughts on it. This is how it worked out. So I do count it as like benefiting my job, but I also just love makeup. Like I have a bit of an addiction, so I feel like also working there, it's bad because a lot of people influence me and they'll be like, this is amazing, you need this, and like I'll always ask other people for recommendations as well. So yeah, all right, that's enough of that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want more in-depth reviews or anything like that on anything that I talked about, definitely let me know down below and I'll do that for you. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like so that I know to do it for 2022. We'll see if I've improved at all or if I've gotten any worse. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.